Leviticus chapter 16. And Jehovah spoke to Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they came near before Jehovah and died. And Jehovah said to Moses, Speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the sanctuary inside the veil before the mercy seat which is upon the ark, that he die not. For I will appear in a cloud upon the mercy seat. In this manner shall Aaron come into the sanctuary, with a young bullock for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. A holy linen vest shall he put on, and linen trousers shall be upon his flesh, and he shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. These are holy garments, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and put them on. And of the assembly of the children of Israel shall he take 2 bucks of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. And Aaron shall present the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats, and set them before Jehovah, before the entrance of the tent of meeting. And Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, 1 lot for Jehovah, and the other lot for Azazel. And Aaron shall present the goat upon which the lot fell for Jehovah, and offer it as a sin offering. And the goat upon which the lot fell for Azazel shall be set alive before Jehovah, to make atonement with it, to send it away as Azazel into the wilderness. And Aaron shall present the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall slaughter the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. And he shall take the censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before Jehovah, and both his hands full of fragrant incense beaten small, and bring it inside the veil. And he shall put the incense upon the fire before Jehovah, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat, which is upon the testimony, that he die not. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle with his finger upon the front of the mercy seat eastward. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood 7 times with his finger. And he shall slaughter the goat of the sin offering, which is for the people, and bring its blood inside the veil, and do with its blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat, and before the mercy seat. And he shall make atonement for the sanctuary, to cleanse it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and from their transgressions in all their sins. And so shall he do for the tent of meeting, which dwelleth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. And there shall be no man in the tent of meeting when he goeth in to make atonement in the sanctuary, until he come out. And he shall make atonement for himself, and for his house, and for the whole congregation of Israel. And he shall go out unto the altar which is before Jehovah, and make atonement for it, and shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the goat, and put it upon the horns of the altar round about. And he shall sprinkle upon it of the blood with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleannesses of the children of Israel. And when he hath ended making atonement for the sanctuary, and the tent of meeting, and the altar, he shall present the living goat. And Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the living goat, and confess over it all the iniquities of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions in all their sins, and he shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send him away to the wilderness by the hand of a man standing ready, that the goat may bear upon him all their iniquities to a land apart from men. And he shall send away the goat into the wilderness. And Aaron shall go into the tent of meeting, and shall put off the linen garments, which he put on when he went into the sanctuary, and shall leave them there, and he shall bathe his flesh with water in a holy place, and put on his garments, and go forth, and offer his burnt offering, and the burnt offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people. and the fat of the sin offering shall he burn upon the altar. And he that letteth go the goat for Azazel shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and afterwards he may come into the camp. And the bullock of the sin offering, and the goat of the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the sanctuary, shall one carry forth outside the camp, and they shall burn with fire their skins, and their flesh, and their dung. And he that burneth them shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and afterwards he may come into the camp. And this shall be an everlasting statute unto you. In the 7th month, on the 10th of the month, ye shall afflict your souls, and do no work at all, the homeborn and the stranger that sojourneth among you. For on that day shall atonement be made for you, to cleanse you. From all your sins shall ye be clean before Jehovah. A Sabbath of rest shall it be unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls. It is an everlasting statute. And the priest who hath been anointed, who hath been consecrated to exercise the priesthood in his father's stead, shall make atonement. And he shall put on the linen garments, the holy garments, and he shall make atonement for the holy sanctuary, and for the tent of meeting, and for the altar that shall he make atonement, and for the priests, and for the whole people of the congregation shall he make atonement. And this shall be an everlasting statute unto you, to make atonement for the children of Israel, to cleanse them from all their sins once a year. And he did as Jehovah had commanded Moses.